Hi, so I'm Brookelyn. I'm play for the University of Waterloo White. I'm the IGL and the duelist for the team. I think my first game, I've been playing Pokemon since like before I could read. like, um, so me and my sister, we played Pokemon a lot and like some other like Game Boy games, Nintendo games. So my dad's really into gaming. Like he still games. He like plays like Call of Duty, Battlefield, Assassin's Creed. But my dad was really into Halo, so that's kind of was like my first foray into um like FPS games. And then I kind of just like went through all of them, and I think my first time truly playing like a competitive FPS game would be CS:GO in like 2014, so I would have been 13. And then I just didn't stop. CS:GO, Rainbow Six, a little bit of Overwatch, and then when Valorant came out, I was like, this is really good. One of my friends, or like actually a couple of my friends, were basically like, you're like pretty good. You should like try competing. And I was like, am I really that good? And then it was just kind of something where it was like, why not try? Like, what what's the harm in trying? And and now it's just become something that it's just really fun. Like I'm like naturally a pretty competitive person, so it's just kind of something to like get that energy out of there. I competed in the main circuit for like about a year. And after that, trying to balance school plus competing, I was definitely feeling a little burnt out. So I took like a few months off, and then that's when I came to the collegiate circuit, because that's I don't know, my university just started when I'm like, oh, this is a good opportunity. It won't be as like I won't have to balance things as strictly. I think collegiate GC, and I've talked to some other collegiate GC players as well, but I think it's a very different environment than the main GC circuit, because it's it generally seems like, at least for like the top of the collegiate scene, it's very much like you have one or two players that has experience in the main scene or just like competing in general, and then you have players who aren't really like have never played team play or anything like that. They just kind of played ranked. And so a lot of it is very much like a mentoring process for players who have the experience. And so I think it generally is like a pretty positive environment. And I think having, at least like our team, having me, CC, and Castley, who had competed before, it was I think it was just like a very open kind of environment where it's like, everybody's willing to take criticism and stuff. Like partway through last semester, like the fall semester, I picked up IGLing. And so I think a lot of like my focus on improvement has been learning how to IGL better, and I think I've made considerable leeway in that over the past like 6-ish months. And that is just like, there's absolutely nothing more satisfying in my mind than being able to realize how far you've progressed. I think that is really what I enjoy about competing. I bug my coaches so much. I am like constantly DMing them like different things like, yo, should I have done this? Like, if they do this, do I do this? Like, that's definitely a big part of it, just constantly bugging my coaches, watching VODs, like both pro VODs and like ours back, and being like, oh, I should have called this because they were doing this. I think getting into the game changer scene was actually like really helpful for me, because it, there's a lot of queer people in the GC scene, and I think the thing that like one of the things that really opened my eyes was in the summer of 2022, I was on a team with PowerPixel, who was on EG, now on Passion Project. And I think them being non-binary, like they kind of also have like the same mindset that I've kind of developed, where it's like I don't care what you think, and this is who I am. And I think that really opened my eyes to like who I wanted to be. And I think like the game changer scene in general was very helpful, actually. Like competing was very helpful for me, and kind of like self-discovery. People always say like, nobody else's opinion really matters or anything like that, but it's very hard to like actually like internalize that and be like, I don't care what anybody else thinks. But I think like realizing I was non-binary and stuff like that really helped me in that, because it means that like I can make my gender or how I want to present that my own, Like, I don't really need to like conform to any like societal standards or anything like that, which I think was very freeing for me. Like, yeah, it's just very freeing.